The time flies when you're having fun. I guess we've been having so much fun, right? And I cannot recall it all this fun that we've been having. But the time has gone by so fast, and 2019 is knocking at our door. Ready or not, here it comes. And tomorrow is voting day. Have you all voted? I have not. Carmen Kaboom, why have you not voted? Because I just don't have confidence that my vote counts. And until I can get some confidence in the matter, I'm going to just choose to sit on the sidelines and watch everything play out. You know what I mean? But don't let my choice deter you from voting. Do what you have to do as it relates to your voting rights and privileges. Now, some people would say, you know how a lot of people try to voter shame us? Well, your ancestors fought for this right. You're disrespecting, like Oprah said the other day. Oprah said, you're disrespecting your ancestors if you don't vote. And, they have so many ways to make us feel bad for not voting. And I used to be so excited about voting. But in these recent years, because of all this corruption and colluding and just outright disrespect of my vote, I just feel like my vote doesn't count. Because we've seen so much cheating. And they say that we have elections, but we've clearly seen that so many people are selected as opposed to being elected. And I'm sick of it. I'm so sick of the tricks. I'm so sick of the frauds. I'm so sick of the games. And I just don't want to participate until we can get things cleared up. So tomorrow is voting day. And even though I am not going to vote, I'm still excited about all of this voting atmosphere nonetheless, because let's face it, we do need a change. And I would like to believe that we are the change that we can believe in. But unfortunately, we have to face the facts. And the reality is that there is a lot of things that we need to get out of the way so that we won't be disenfranchised and our vote will truly count. That's just my opinion. You don't have to agree with me, but that's just my opinion, and I reserve the right to express my opinion. So we have so many voter intimidation reports coming out of Georgia and so many other jurisdictions and precincts. And I saw a post last night from, I think it was, who was it? I think it was out of Atlanta. There were some Black Panthers armed to the teeth, and they said that they were out there because they did not want to have a lot of this voter intimidation being unchecked. So I applaud the Black Panthers for being armed to the teeth and standing up for a lot of people who would not otherwise feel the courage to stand up for themselves in that regard. So, I'm really excited. I see that a lot of people are campaigning, such as Oprah Winfrey, going door to door, canvassing the vote of on behalf of I think her name. What is her name? The one that's running for governor of Georgia. What is her name? I've been seeing her name all over the place. Stacy. What is her last name? Stacy somebody. But a lot of people are excited to cast their vote for Stacy, and there's a lot of people who are excited about the black guy that's campaigning for the governor's seat in Florida. He's very intelligent. I can say that about him. I don't know a lot about him. I think his name is Andrew Gillian or something like that. But I don't know a lot about him, but he does seem to be very well articulated. I like the way that he speaks, and he seems very, very knowledgeable. That's important. That's important for our candidates. And a lot of people have said that they feel like he is a good pick for that seat. And I'm really excited because, like I said, yes, thank you, Spook TV. Stacey Abrams is her name. The one that's, thank you, D Diamond, the one that's running for governor in Georgia. I think that's a good look for Georgia and the African American community overall. So I'm excited for Stacey, and I'm hoping that Stacey will win and bring the much needed change that this country needs, as well as Georgia itself. Because a lot of things are happening in our country right now, and a lot of us are displeased with it. We don't like the way that this country is going. We don't like the way that it's headed. We don't like the climate of hate and racism. And a lot of things lie in the belly of different laws that affect us in different states. So it is important that we elect. I understand that. It's important that we elect the people who have our best interests at heart, because they're the ones that are capable of controlling a lot of the laws, as well as writing a lot of legislation that affects our daily lives. And a lot of people don't understand that, but I do. And that pen in the hand of a person who does not have our best interests at heart can be very detrimental. So we have to be careful and keep that in mind when we put certain people in elected seats, because that seat is a very, very, very powerful seat. And a lot of people who are elected to these different positions, they take those positions of power for granted, and some of them oftentimes abuse those positions of power. And we can't have any more of that. We've seen enough of that. And I would love to see a lot of necessary change in our legislation that is needed for us to be a progressive country. And, we're not always going to see eye to eye. And everybody can't always be pleased, but we can come to a happy medium as it relates to making America great again. And some people will say, was America ever great to begin with? Well, that's left up to discussion, and we have a lot of work that's been left undone. We have a lot of people in this country that have been overlooked. And we have a lot of agendas that seem to take the forefront. And, in this era, it's very important. This era that we are sitting in right now, it's very, very important, because this generation, we won't have another generation like this. we're getting older. Our generation is getting older. So it's very, very, very important, in my opinion, that not only do we take on the tasks that affect us right now in the present, but we also have to lay the groundwork to secure our future, as it relates to senior citizen rights and protections and provisions. That is very important. And, a lot of us are getting older. None of us are getting younger. A lot of us may feel younger, but the truth of the matter is we're getting older every day. And it's important that we protect our um, elderly, as well as prepare for ourselves being in that position, because we're going to be in that position one day. And I think in my opinion, a lot of attention has been given to the LGBT community, and they have provided a lot of rights, more rights, in my opinion, than the blacks, as it relates to our civil rights. And right now, nobody can disagree that we are in a very critical position as African Americans. And it seems like, our rights are being just stampled upon and overlooked overall. And there are so many lynchings. And some would even say there's been more lynchings in these last 4 years than the whole um, Jim Crow era overall. I don't know if that's true or false. But there are so many lynchings. A lot of the lynchings don't even make the news. And that's the scary part. That a lot of them don't want to, in my opinion, report on a lot of these lynchings of black people because they fear the uproar and the backlash and the incitement of a revolution. And a lot of it is swept under the rug. And the most hurtful part about it is they always usually stamp it with suicide. That's not our thing. We don't do that as black people. We don't hang ourselves. We do a lot of things, but we do not hang ourselves. And we have hate crime laws on the book. But guess what? It is not being enforced. Such is the case is the white guy that allegedly killed the two black people in the Kroger store a few days ago. I forgot what city it was in. But guess what? I read yesterday that he's not going to be charged with a hate crime. How is that possible? It's clearly a hate crime. He targeted these people who were black. And he went outside, reportedly, and told the white guy that was on the news talking about it. And he said, allegedly said to the white guy, after he shot the two black people, he said, allegedly, we don't shoot white people. White people don't shoot other white people. You're okay. If that does not classify as a hate crime, tell me what does. So we got to get some teeth in these hate crimes that are on the books. We got to get these hate crime laws enforced. We can't give any more passes because this climate of hate has escalated to unfathomable dimensions. And something has to be done about this. Something has to be done, because it's just escalating and escalating and escalating. And it's almost like so many people have condoned it and desensitized themselves to a degree where, as you know, these lives don't matter and just we should just get used to this happening. And we cannot get used to this happening. And we have to do so much more work in this country. We're a very progressive country, but a lot of things are left unchecked and stagnated. So it's very important, in my opinion, that we get a lot of people in these elected seats who have a fervor for getting the necessary work accomplished. That's my opinion. And some people have a passion for these elected seats and for the people that they serve as far as their constituents. But let's face the facts. There are some people who have a whole nother agenda in mind. There are some people who just want to get in these seats to do the bidding of their buddies. There are some people who want to get in these elected seats just to get a check and some backdoor deals done. There are some people who have a whole lot of other motives. So it's very important that we check these candidates out real good, shake them up and down, turn them around, and figure them out. Do they really have our best interests at heart or not? And make the best choices in that regard. And one thing that I find insulting, a lot of these candidates, we don't see them until they want our vote. It's very, 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 very insulting to me. Why don't we see them before election time? Why aren't they knocking at our doors before election time, before they want to canvass our vote? That makes me think that they really, really don't care about us. That's just my opinion. You don't have to agree with me. That's just my opinion. But I want to see a lot of these elected officials and candidates be more involved in community affairs. Right now, we have a lot of issues that we're plagued with in the community. And we want to feel like our voice matters, our lives matter, our dollars matter. We want to feel protected in the community. We want to have better communication and interactions with the police. We need to strengthen those relationships. We need a better flow of information as it relates to accountability. And what else do we need? We need so many things. And crime is plaguing our communities. Some would say, well, we're always going to have crime. That may be true, but we don't have to allow the criminals to have the key to the city and they be proud to carry those keys in their pockets. That may be true, but I think that we could be more proactive as it relates to, controlling the crime, if it's such a thing. And, it's one thing that I see that is very troubling to me as it relates to tackling this crime issue. So many people feel like, well, we just need more police, more police, more police, more police, more police. Okay, we got more police. Everywhere you turn, there's more police on every other corner. Okay, you can't go 5 minutes down the street without saying more police, more police. Okay, the criminals are still committing crime right in front of the police. So that's not the answer. More police is not the answer. We need to get tougher on crime. And I feel like if there was an incentive for these criminals not to commit the crimes, they would think twice before they get out of their bed to go and commit a crime. And, you know, they have more fun in jail than they do on the street. A lot of them don't even have a home. So they're not losing anything by going to jail. They're actually gaining because they get cable TV. They get to hang out with their buddies and talk and laugh and party and what else do they do in there? Shoot dice and play cards and have sex with each other. And oh, they even have visits. Their girlfriends and boyfriends and family come and see them whenever they get ready. And they eat what they want to eat 3 times a day or more. Get haircuts. Get them some eyeglasses for free at the taxpayer's dime. And whatever else they want to do, pretty much. So they're not losing out. They're actually gaining in a lot of instances. So, either way, on the street, committing a crime, or in jail, they don't care. So, if it would be tougher on them, I think they ought to make them work in jail. As far as hard manual labor, I think there would be less inclined to commit a crime when they come out. I think they ought to make them work. Get up early in the morning, about 4 o'clock in the morning, and take them out on the street and make them pick up trash and clean out these garbage dumpsters. Those big wide square box garbage dumpsters behind the buildings of some businesses and some apartment complexes. Those big hard box garbage dumpsters. Make them clean those out. Get down off in it. Get all the juice, the garbage juice, and all of that. Clean it up real good. And make them go to some of these gas stations and clean off the toilet bowls and clean off the floor with their hand. Just their hand and some tissue. Okay? Just make it hard. Make it real tough. And I bet you they won't want to come back to jail. Ever, ever, ever. One time will do. And they'll learn their lesson. And we could add some other things along the way. Those are just a few things to get them started. But I think, if we had more people in these political seats who really had a heart for the people, as opposed to just want to say, I'm Senator this, I'm Representative that, I'm Governor this, I'm City Council that. I'm so sick of these people that want to flash their titles. Whatever happened to the people who really had a heart for the people and the jurisdictions that they serve? Where are those people? And, there's so much work to be done in our communities. And it seems like to a certain degree, those matters are being neglected. And I cannot tell you how sad I become when I look in the faces of the people. You can tell the temperature of the city by just looking at the face of the people. The people are hurting. And I see the people in the streets. I pass them, whether I'm riding a bus or riding an Uber, or when I was even driving my own vehicle before it got stolen by the thugs and heathens. I see these people at Walmart. I see them at the drive through of the restaurants. A lot of these people that work at the Popeyes or work at McDonald's, they don't want to be there. And it shows in their interactions and in their attitudes and in their conduct. That's why a lot of them are so mean. We don't have no apple pie. The ice cream machine don't work. And it could very well be working, but they'll say that it doesn't work because they don't want to do any more, because they don't feel like they're getting paid enough. And in a lot of cities, they are raising the minimum wage, and I applaud that. But I think it's a shame that with all of this gentrification that's going on all over the country, the minimum rate of rent starts at least $1,000 in a decent neighborhood, and it goes up to two or three, $4,000 a month. Plus, they want you to pay that much as a deposit. Plus, they want you to make 3 times the amount of the rent. Give me a break. Where are these jobs? And so many people have said, oh, Donald Trump, he's doing a great job. More jobs, more jobs. We got more jobs. Where are they? Where are they? And everybody, a job is a job, and I appreciate the jobs, but everybody does not want to work in a effing warehouse. Okay? That is so insulting to me. And I liken it to modern day slavery. It's just a modern day slave plantation. These warehouses, I can't stand it. And all of these cities are littered with these temp agencies who are pimping the people. Let's be honest about that. Okay, we need to get back to the basics where we had unionized jobs. We have a few, but it's not enough. And the unionized jobs will help secure the employment of the people. People want jobs that they can be proud of. People want jobs that have true benefits that will help themselves and their families and support their families. Okay? When you have people, and most of these people have families, they have children, they have daycare expenses hanging over their head, they have food expenses. You got to eat at least 3 times a day. Multiply that by however many times a week, and multiply that by however many times a month, multiply that by however many times a year. Look how much food that you need. So you need some money for that. You need money you're going to have to eat it at your job. You can't go to work on an empty belly. You can, but you're not going to be productive, right? You're not going to be very productive. So I think we need to consider money for that. Gas, some people use public transportation. And oh my goodness, speaking of public transportation, the public transportation needs what does it need? It needs a boost in this city in particular. And I'm pretty sure it's probably the same way in other cities. But I can't speak on other cities because I'm not in other cities. But in this particular city, oh my goodness. And they've cut a lot of routes. And I talked to somebody the other day and I saw it on the news. They're talking about cutting some additional routes. What? Oh my God. So that's going to affect people who depend on the city transportation to get to work. And it's already tough enough because a lot of the buses don't go to every part of the city. And then they cut off the routes early. I think in some of the routes, most of the buses stop running around 6 p.m. Some of them 7 p.m. A few, very few, they go past that. So that has created a problem. And if I could get a non-profit grant, and they really need to relax the laws and the qualifying credentials for that. These grants, they make it so tough for people to get qualified for grants. But if I could get a grant myself, that would be something 2 things that I would really want to do. tackle the housing issue, I would love, if I could get a grant, I would love to do this. And I'm going to give this as an idea for some of you all that may be interested in starting a business, and you may have a, hook up with getting money or resources or whatever. Go ahead and do it if you can and you have a desire to help the people. Those tiny houses, I love them. Love the tiny houses industry. It's booming right now. And a lot of you all may not be familiar with the tiny houses. Look it up, Google it. They have a lot of them on YouTube. You can check them out, as well as the what is it, the shipping containers. They convert those into houses. I've seen some beautiful houses that have been converted from those shipping containers, and they only cost like $1,500 a container, some of them 2,000, and you can make a magnificent home out of those. And the tiny houses, I would have uh a parcel of land set aside where I would make tiny home communities all over the city that would help a lot of the homeless people, as well as some of these single people who are struggling. Not only the single parents, because we put so much emphasis on these single parents. We roll out the red carpet for the single parents, and they can get more help than I can as a single person. And it's so unfair to me that it's like that, because a lot of these people make poor choice. I shouldn't say bad, but poor choices with their body, and they're being rewarded for that. So they don't have any incentive to be more responsible with their bodies and their vagina and penis, okay? And I think a need is a need. If I'm a single person, I should not be turned away just because I don't have any children and I go and try to get some help from the city. That's not fair. And I have experienced that so many times, and it's very hurtful. So if I could have a grant, I would love to start a tiny home community. And not only in this city, I would do it in other cities also. There is a need for housing. You don't have to take my word for it. Just look on some of these social media pages, such as Facebook. A lot of times when people post a house for rent, no matter what it looks like, no matter how much dilapidated it is, people jump on it. You'll see 30 to 100 comments immediately. And it makes me so mad because it doesn't give other people a chance, because so many people are right on it. That tells me that there is a need for housing in this city. And so many people cannot afford this high rent. The rent is too high. And then when we don't have jobs that pay very much, you're being forced to have so many people share that home or that apartment just to pay the rent and live somewhat comfortably. And that is affecting the quality of our lives. That's another reason why you see so many people so angry, so hostile, so bitter, so grouchy, and just not really enjoying the quality of life. They are just getting by. They're struggling out here in these streets. And when you are forced to live a certain way for whatever reason, it's going to affect the quality of your life. And then that's why a lot of these people, not all, but that's why a lot of them, I think, they go out and steal and rob, and steal and rob is the same thing, right? And kill and rape and all this stuff. Some of them do it by choice. That's just their nature. They have that in them to do it. But some of them, I think they do it to survive. And nobody is going to walk around with a aching belly that needs to be fed. That's just a part of human nature to do what you got to do to put some food in your belly. But a lot of them, they do it because of other choices. So I'm not making excuses for the criminals. I'm just saying. But, something that I would also like to tackle is, hello everybody in the chat. I will look at y'all's comments in a minute. Another thing that I would like to tackle, if I could get a grant, I would love to address or participate in some degree the public transportation issue. You know, at nighttime, a lot of people have jobs and they are getting off work at night. They're struggling to get a ride back home. And I see them on Facebook on this particular page that I am subscribed to for transportation. A lot of people volunteer and participate in the bootleg Uber, and some people are official Uber drivers, some people are official Lyft drivers, but you can't always count on them. They're not reliable all the time. And then some of them say that they're giving rides, and then you ask them for a ride and they don't even reply a lot of times. And then a lot of them say, oh, I'm not going out today, or they're lying and say my vehicle is messed up today. They have so many excuses, and it's very annoying, it's very aggravating. But if I could get a grant, I would love to get a couple of those 15 passenger vans or some of those little mini buses. And I would start around 9 or 10 o'clock at night and go on throughout maybe 6 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the morning and go on those main streets in the city, up and down, across, back and forth. I'd have different vans or buses going those ways, picking up people and taking them, not to their house exactly. If they're on that line, on the stop off line, the route, I should say, and their house was on the route, that's what it would be. But I would love to tackle or participate in those two areas, the transportation and the housing, because being in the situations that I've been in these last 2 years, it has given me a lot of insight, and it has made me more aware of what a lot of people are enduring and what is needed in the community. I can feel the pulse of the city a whole lot better when I have my own boots on the ground. And I think that's what a lot of these political candidates need to do. They need to put their boots on the ground and walk in the path of the people so that they can develop a passion for what the people are enduring. It's very easy to sit behind a desk in a very privileged position and just dictate the terms and conditions of the people. But when you're actually in the neighborhood of the people that you serve, you develop a different perspective. And, the people are hurting. The people are just getting by. They're struggling to get by. Yeah, they're out there twerking and dancing and smoking dope, but they're doing that in a lot of cases to self-medicate, in my opinion. I think that's really what's going on. I think that's why they're having sex and twerking and smoking dope and dancing and all this stuff as a way to numb themselves of their realities that they cannot escape. And it's so hurtful. And they have to just numb themselves and self-medicate as a way of escaping temporarily. I might be wrong, but I think that's what's going on. And we need some people to advocate on behalf of those people whom they serve in those communities. There are a lot of communities that are doing well and thriving, but there are so many other communities that are not. And we cannot neglect those people because they matter. Those communities matter. They are a part of the nucleus of America. They are a part of the heartbeat of America. They are a part of the fabric of America. And we all have to work together and help one another in that regard in order to make America great again. If we truly are interested in making America great again, I think that we ought to consider all communities because all communities matter. That's just my opinion. And I would love to see a lot of these political candidates who are running for these different political seats really have a heart for the people. And man, can you imagine this America really thriving and everybody being able to participate in the thriving threshold in that regard? Can you imagine? OMG. OMG. And we need higher wages. We need better communities. We need better housing. We need more affordable housing. Housing that we can be proud of, and not housing that they make it so hard for you to qualify to get approved to get in. Everybody we should be able to afford housing no matter what your fucking credit is. I'm so sick of my credit being used as a determining factor relating to where I live and what I'm able to get. I shouldn't have to just pay and be punished for my past choices and mistakes as it relates to my financial matters. The past is the past. And what happened to the year of Jubilee? Every 7 years, your debt is supposed to be forgiven. What happened to that? Okay? Either we're going to be Christians or we're not. Either this is one nation under God or it's not. Okay? Well, if we are the people who say that they're Christians believe in the Bible, okay, in the Bible it says according to the year of Jubilee, look it up for yourself. Every 7 years, your debt is supposed to be forgiven. Will somebody please fax that over to Experian and those other two credit bureaus? Okay. And those bill collectors that keep on calling me. I'm going to have to just print it out and send it to them myself. I am a Christian, and as a child of God, I am entitled to the creed according to the year of Jubilee. Okay, every 7 years, my debt is supposed to be, no, it's not supposed to be, it is forgiven. So stop calling me. Stop writing me, bill collectors, okay? And we need some political people who really are going to help the people as well as helping themselves. That's just the way that I feel about it. So let me go into these comments and see what y'all think about it. Hello, oh Sheila. Hello, everybody in the chat. How are y'all doing today? Oh Sheila says, let's see what oh Sheila says. Sheila says, now I totally agree with that. Get out on the streets. That's right, Sheila. These political people need to get out on those streets. I need to see their boots on the ground. Okay? Not only when it's voting season, I need to see them all the time. Well, on a regular basis, I don't need to see them all the time, but on a regular basis, I need to be familiar with their face, not just only when it's election time. Okay. Sheila says, and the politicians are gonna fulfill their agenda first and foremost, and the people last or never. You are right. You are right, Sheila. Oshila says also, are other countries on the same credit system or just the US? I'm not sure, Oshila, about the other countries. I don't know about that. Okay, no name says, oh, no name, you got a lot to say. No name says, most of them are stealing by choice because they are stealing shit that are not life essentials. That's right. They stealing shit so that they can flex on IG, Instagram, Facebook. I know of several people who have done this. Are there any are there not taxi cabs in your city? Yes, there are taxi cabs, but honey, you don't want to get on them. You don't want to get in them because they cheat you. They'll cheat you and try to drive slow so that meter will go up and go up and go up, and then they have the nerve to get themselves a $2 tip on top of what they charge. Huh? How you gonna give yourself a $2 tip? That's up to me to give you a $2 tip. So I can see why the Uber and Lyft have really dominated the transportation situation out there in those streets, because these taxi cabs are ridiculous, honey. And some of them, they'll start the meter before you even get in the car. And then, why do some of these taxi cabs stink so bad? I've been smelling a lot of stinking taxi cabs. And I can't stand when I get in some of them. Then they ask you, do the cigarette smoke bother you? And then if I say yes, it don't even matter if I say yes or no. They're gonna smoke anyway. Why do they even ask? And you gonna smoke anyway. But anyway, yes. Oh, my back is itching. Um, no name. Yes, we do have taxi cabs. We do have taxi cabs. Um, Why rely on Uber or Lyft when taxis will always be available unless Uber is cheaper? Uber and Lyft is way cheaper than a taxi cab. Yes, the taxi cabs are very expensive. No name says these politicians know people are suffering, but they don't give a damn. Okay. No name also says they are self-medicating. Why politicians are legalizing drugs so that people would get high instead of getting angry enough to revolt. I think you're right, no name. I agree with you. I agree with you. It's a reason why they want these people to get high on drugs and all these drug laws. It's a reason. I think they're getting a kickback, financial kickback, and they probably want them to get so drugged up and just unaware of what's going on around them, and so that they can just pull the wool over their eyes, and they'll truly have a country of sheep, slate sheep, perhaps. That's just my opinion. It's a reason why a lot of them are passing these drug laws, and a lot of these politicians probably on drugs themselves, and they want to be able to get themselves a pass. That's probably why they making a lot of these drugs legal, in my opinion. Um, King Law, hello, King Law. King Law says Uber drivers smoking in the car. That's a big no no. You can report them. That's a taxi driver. I hadn't seen a Uber driver do it. King Law. The taxi drivers be doing it. I don't know about the Uber drivers. But we have the bootleg Uber drivers, and then we got the official Uber drivers also. Um, Calc 27 says you should run for office, Karma Kaboom. You have some good suggestions, honey. I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think that's a good idea. If you want to do right and then you in a climate of peers that want to do wrong, they'll knock you off. They'll knock you off, honey. You're not gonna be in there trying to do right, and you got a whole lot of people in there that's doing it another way. That's not reality. How it really works. You know what I mean? Hello, no paparazzi, please. Yes, you finally caught the live. Let me, because I got 7% on this phone. Hold on. I got 7% on the phone, and I don't want it to go out. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Okay. I gotta get my I gotta get my things set up where I can pick my phone up. I don't like it sitting like this. I'll probably do that later today. Um, hold on. Sheila wants to know, what is the bootleg Uber? The bootleg Uber, Sheila, is just a regular person using their vehicle to give you a ride and charge you their own rate. And a lot of them have posted on Facebook. They have, I don't know about your city, but I'm pretty sure every city has a page on Facebook or wherever on social media set aside for the bootleg Ubers. It's probably just under transportation. Like, say, for instance, if you live in Houston, they may have Houston transportation or transportation for the city of Houston or something like that. You just have to tinker around bar and for your city, but on Facebook, but they do have it in this city. I know at least two that I know about. And whoever wants to give people rides. Now you're taking a chance to get in their car just like you would a taxi driver, a fish, or Uber, or Lyft. The only difference is they have insurance and they bonded. You just taking a chance getting in these other people's car. You don't know if they got insurance or not. You might want to check them out before you get in their car. But if you're just desperate, like I am, a lot of times you just get in the car, you don't even check it out. It don't even matter. You just check them out real good. Use good judgment. I wouldn't just get in anybody's car, but check them out and talk to them beforehand and develop some type of rapport with them. And they have real good rates. Some of them charge like $7 for one way, or they may charge $10 to take you somewhere and bring you back. And some of them charge $20 one way. Some of them charge $20 to take you wherever you're going and bring you back. Some of them even travel out of state. One guy that gave me a ride the other day last week, and he helped me move my stuff over here. He posted the other day that he also goes out of state. So if you want to pay him a reduced rate as opposed to the Greyhound bus or Mega bus or getting on an airplane, I think he's very dependable and he seems to drive safe. He's a white guy. He has a little SUV slash minivan. And he says he does out of town trips. So, you know, it's a very good alternative if you're working with a reduced budget, you don't have much money, and or you may have missed your plane or your bus with Greyhound or Mega Bus or whatever. So that's an alternative piece of transportation. So I call it the bootleg Uber because they're really not official Uber drivers. They're not official, but they will give you a ride, you know. So it is a very helpful tool to use, in my opinion. And a lot of people do use them. Okay, King Law says download Waze Pool. What is Waze Pool, King Law? Oh, you have them in Baltimore, Sheila. Y'all call them hacks. Why do y'all call them hacks in Baltimore? Oh my God. Sheila says if you need a ride in Baltimore, you just go to an intersection and hold out your hand for a hack car. They will take you wherever you need to go, but they are usually higher than Uber. I don't think I want to get in a hack car, Sheila. I don't think I want to get in there. I don't think I want to get in a hack car. Yeah, I think they did. I think that's the same as hitchhiking. I think that's what that is, hitchhiking. But I was listening on another subject. Let's change the subject a little bit. I was listening to a radio show, local radio show that I usually listen to in the morning. And after the radio host, I want to interview him. I think I'll send him a message today on Facebook and ask him to interview. I've been wanting to interview him for a long time. He's very interesting. And after he does his radio show, he oftentimes plays music. And this morning, he was playing Barry White, and it made me think, whatever happened to the man? It was a couple of men back in the 80s that could have a voice like Barry White, but I think Barry White was the only man in the world that had a voice like that. I have never. I've heard some men who come close to sounding like that, but I ain't never heard a man talk like that, like Barry White, man. And I ain't. You know something else I noticed? I have never heard a Chinese man with a voice like that. You know what I mean? Why the Chinese men don't have a voice like that deep baritone, Barry White voice? Why the Chinese ain't? What's up with the Chinese men? I ain't never heard one talk like that. And I ain't never heard no white man with a voice like that. You know what I mean? Why the white men ain't got no voice like that? Why is it only black men that got deep voice, sexy voice like that? Man, and when God gave Barry White that voice, he just left Barry White with the only one, and Barry White took that voice with him. Took it on to glory with him. And ain't no other man never talked like that. Why Barry White had the only voice like that? And then they played Stevie Wonder. And you know, I started thinking about Stevie. I just feel so much compassion for Stevie. And I just started thinking about Stevie. And I said, I ain't gonna talk about Stevie Head. I'm gonna let y'all talk about Stevie Head and let God deal with y'all. I'm not gonna talk about Stevie Head. And I blame Stevie's hairdresser. Stevie Wonder got the most disrespectful hairdresser, don't he? That hairdresser need their ass whooped. Just letting Stevie come on out in public like this. And even now, I guess somebody told Stevie what his head was looking like, because he can't see it. It ain't, it ain't nothing he can control, because he can't see it. He relying on the people around him. And look at they low down self letting Stevie go out in public and all on syndicated national TV with his head looking like that. And I think somebody told Stevie that his head was looking like that, and some of y'all was talking about him. So Stevie, lately he been wearing that head wrap. He been wearing that black head wrap around his head, because some of y'all done made Stevie feel real bad. Somebody close to Stevie done told him. Or maybe Stevie got some kind of headphones or something where he can hear some of y'all on talk radio or on the news, on TV, on social media, or somebody telling Stevie something, and it's done get back to him, and that's why he done put that head wrap on his head. Y'all got Stevie feeling bad. Look at that. Or maybe his head just started getting cold. It just started getting cold where the hair loss is. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But he had such beautiful braids back in the 80s. Such pretty braids. I don't know what happened. But let's talk about somebody else. I was on YouTube yesterday minding my own business, as I usually do. And I came across a video. Sun Saray. Y'all know Sun Saray. You know, she done had so much going on with herself. So she had did a video recently, and it's supposed to be the girlfriend of another famous YouTuber, a black guy that we all know. And I said, wow, now here we go again. Now, I have noticed a pattern concerning this certain YouTuber, this black male YouTuber. He has developed a pattern of getting involved with the same type of black women who he says he don't like. And I said, so could it be that he's just disgruntled? I figured it out a long time ago. I feel like he just disgruntled because those relationships don't be working out. So he attacks them women, them black women. But I have given him a pass because I have concluded that a lot of the stuff, not all, a lot of the stuff that he says about a lot of these black women, it is true. And a lot of black women don't want to accept it, but that's just my opinion. And the girl that he's supposed to have been dating, he don't want to claim her, but she has put him on blast and exposed him, for being the type of dude that pays for PUSSY. And she talked about how he ate her ASS. But one thing she didn't tell while she was telling all of that, she didn't tell how she put her mouth on his PENIS. You know she did. And while she was talking, I just kept on looking at her mouth. How could I not look at her mouth? Her mouth was looking so gross. And when they had them gross mouth that look like a whole vagina on their face, and they put lip gloss on it, it makes it look worse. It accentuates it. And she looked like a whole possum. Her face looks like a possum. And I said, no wonder he wouldn't admit that that was his ex-girlfriend. Look at how she looks. And she was talking like she had options. And she was talking about how she done been with all kind of celebrities. I said, girl, stop that line. And she probably have been with all kind of celebrities, but it's probably been all in her imagination. And man, she got some real big titties. And I guess that's what attracted him to her. Because I have watched a couple of his videos, and he is a titty guy. He likes big titties. But I'm pretty sure he probably had to cut the lights off in order to enjoy those big titties on her because that was attached to that face. Man, she looked like a whole letter, capital letter P. She built just like Wendy Williams. Man, he was dating a whole possum built like the letter, capital letter P. And she real skinny at the bottom, but she real big at the top, like a Tasmanian devil. I cannot stand them kind of body types. The Tasmanian devil, and when you're real tall, it looks real terrible. It looks real terrible. And she really thinks she look good. And then she called herself a chef. You know, everybody that called a chef really can't cook. But some people don't have the heart to tell them that they really can't cook. And I went on her Instagram page. She was talking about she had an Instagram page and she really can cook, and he gonna feel bad because he got a girl now. She can't even boil an egg. Don't know how to cook, blah, blah, blah. So I went over there on her Instagram page to check her out. Man, she can't cook either. But it's all in her head that she can cook. Oh, that stuff that she had on them plates looked a hot mess. But it is what it is. But I was just thinking, man, this is a mess right here. This is a mess. This is a mess. This girl and this certain YouTuber, they going back and forth with each other instead of going on about their business. But anyway, that's what's going on the black side of YouTube all the time, right? And man, yes, oh Sheila, the ex-girlfriend. But she was claiming him, but he don't want to claim her. He just keeps saying that she was some girl that used to clean up his house. And she talked about how nasty his house was, and she went over there because she didn't want to sit over there in that nasty house and not clean up. So she said she admitted that she was cleaning up the house because it was so nasty. And she was saying that he allegedly pays for PUSSY, and she accused his subscribers of donating, and he is using those donations to pay for PUSSY. Well, a lot of people have suspected that, but if his subscribers love to keep on donating to that cause, so be it. You can't tell people what to do with their money. If they want to donate to him, that's their right, and they love to donate to him. So he just done found a couple of suckers, and he licking them. So it is what it is. Well, we all know that chances are, and Sansaray is chances are said Sansaray is the pot calling the kettle black. We all know that, but she does what she does for attention, in my opinion. And I secretly think, this is what I think. I think she secretly has a little crush on that other YouTuber, and that other YouTuber, he got a secret crush on her too. But they got so much pride between them, and they just don't know how to put their pride to the side and go on and smash each other like they really want to do. So this is the game that they play. It's sort of like foreplay, digital foreplay, and they probably will eventually go on and smash. But right now they're just playing with each other on the internet, on YouTube, going back and forth at each other like this because they don't want to put their pride to the side and go on and you know admit to each other that they want each other like that. So they doing all these little games on YouTube. In the meantime, building up to it. A mess. A mess. A mess. So, if he is buying PUSSY, he's not the only guy that's doing it. And when you are challenged in the looks department, sometimes you gotta buy it. And that's just the way that it goes. Some guys gotta buy it. So moving right along, the time went back 1 hour Saturday night. Are y'all familiar with that? I kind of like the time going back. How do y'all like it? Do y'all like it like this with the time going back? Or does it matter? Do y'all even care one way or the other? Hello, Miss Brown. Yeah, the time went back like this, kind of, sort of. And what else is going on? Oh yes, Kenya Moore had her baby Brooklyn Doris. She named the baby Brooklyn because that's where she said her and her husband Mark Daly met and fell in love. I really don't think they're really in love for real, for real. But that's her storyline, and she's gonna have the right to say what she wants to say in that regard. And she named it the middle name Doris because that's her grandmother's name that raised her, and I think her grandmother passed away. So the baby's name is Brooklyn Doris. I really don't like that name, but that's her choice. Baby, whatever she want to name her, and the baby can always change the name when they get old and grown. And I'm so sick of Portia. Portia, in my opinion, Portia Williams on the show Real Housewives of Atlanta. Portia want to be Kenya so bad. She copycat everything that Kenya does. I'm so sick of Portia trying to pretend like she really ain't walking in the shadows, living vicariously through Kenya when she really is. She try to wear hair like Kenya. She try to wear makeup like Kenya. She try to wear clothes like Kenya. She really is admiring Kenya, but she don't want to admit it. That's where all that hate come from. She really jealous of Kenya. And I have said this a long time ago, but a lot of people don't want to believe me. And I saw a few people on the shade room this weekend. They seen it too. When Kenya had to go to the hospital to induce labor because she was having some medical problems. That's why they had to bring the baby out early. Here goes Portia. Now she got to go to the hospital. I said, I'm so sick of her. I'm so sick of everything Kenya does. There go Portia got a copycat. Kenya can't even go to the hospital in peace without Kenya. Excuse me. Kenya can't even go to the hospital in peace and have her baby without Portia trying to upstage it. So here go George Washington hairstyle, Nene Leakes. Here she goes. She should have been over there on the side of the bed with Greg, helping him to nurse his cancer. But there she go over there with Portia, helping her be a attention whore, posting all of her hand with the IV on social media. Why she wasn't over there in the room with Greg? Okay. And I'm so sick of looking at Nene's head looking like George Washington. And why won't she get a better wig maker? Huh? Why won't somebody tell Nene that her head looks a mess? And I'm so sick of her buying them noses and they still ugly. I'm so sick of Nene just won't embrace the fact that she looks a mess. Okay. Okay. You just big and ugly. Why won't you embrace that shit, Nene? Okay. Just embrace it. You look just like your son, the oldest one, y'all twins. Okay. And no matter how much makeup she put on, no matter how much plastic surgery she has, she still look like her oldest son. With or without makeup, with or without a wig. Ugh. And I got a feeling that Andy Cohen gonna break down because Nene's so messy. She gonna go and she really like Kenya, but she don't want to admit it. She gonna go behind everybody back and have a meeting and have coffee with Andy and tell him, well, you need to go and give Kenya her spin-off show. You know that's how it's gonna happen. So Andy, he really want Kenya on the show, but he don't want to give Kenya that money that she wanted, and he don't want to give her the right to reserve some of her private stuff to herself like she wants to. She don't want to tell everybody all her business between her and her husband, blah blah blah. So I think Andy gonna break down and gonna give Kenya her own spinoff show. What y'all think? And I guess by this time Friday, I don't think she gonna be able to last a month. I think by the end of this week, Kenya gonna be done posted a picture of that baby. Cause you know she's so vain, sort of like Kim Kardashian. They be wanting us not show the baby, but she gonna show the baby, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be kind of pretty. It's, you know, cause Kenya's pretty, and Mark he's handsome, but he ain't my type of handsome. You know, I think she could have done better. I really wanted Shamar Moore to be Kenya's man. I don't know what they've been waiting on. I think they've been getting together behind the scenes and they didn't tell us about it. But I think that would have been a real good pick for Kenya. Shamar Moore with his fine, sexy self. Woo, he's so good looking. Or, what's his name? What is that dude's name? Oh my gosh, he played. Oh my God, what is his name? I forgot his name. He's very good looking. And he played on one of Tyler Perry's movies. He played, what is her name? The girl that sings that I really don't care for her singing, but a lot of y'all do. She's kind of fat and she lost weight. She can't keep her husband. She can't keep Jill Scott. Okay, he played Jill Scott's husband on one of Tyler Perry's movies. What is his name? I don't know why I can't remember his name. What is his name, y'all? He's real good looking. He's brown skin. He had a bed and bath line called Foreplay. What is his name? Ugh. No, it's not Malik Yoba. What is his name? Oh, he is brown skin. I'm looking right at him in my head. Ugh. He played Jill Scott's husband on Tyler Perry's movie. Why Did I Get Married Too? What is his name, y'all? Lord have mercy. What is his name? What is his name? I can't think of his name. And it's bothering me. We are not going to be able to proceed unless we figure out this man's name. We can't go further. We cannot go any further until we figure out his name. What is his name? Will y'all please help me out, please? Can somebody Google the man's name? It's not Jaleel White. It's not Richard Jones. He played in Tyler Perry's movie, Why Did I Get Married To? He played Jill Scott's husband. He's brown skinned. He's good looking. What is his name? That's it. Thank you, Sheila. Lamont Rucker. Lamont Rucker. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you, Sheila. Lamont Rucker. That's his name. Now, I think he would have made a good dude for Kenya Moore. I think him and Kenya Moore would have made a perfect couple. That's who I think Kenya should have got with. But I think they probably done dated before. We just don't know nothing about it. What do y'all think? Do y'all think Lamont Rucker would be a good match for Kenya? Who is Richard Jones? Rashad, the cameraman. Who is Richard Jones? I don't know Richard Jones. Who is that? Who is Richard Jones? Who is Richard Jones? I don't know Richard Jones. Who is? But I was thinking. Do y'all remember what's his name? The situation on Jersey Shore. Man, he gonna have to go to jail for tax evasion. But he got married a few days ago to a blonde-headed girl, and he had like he's not bothered. He acts like he's not bothered. I think he's been making some deals on the side because I'm wondering where did he get all this money from to be avoiding taxes. And somebody else who's been making a whole lot of money, I can't figure out how he been making all this money. Vanilla Ice, he's going through a divorce. His wife wants a whole lot of money from him. And I read a story on Instagram over the weekend. He's got millions of dollars, all kind of houses. He's invested in real estate, got all kind of vehicles. And I'm like, where has he been making all this money? What has he been doing to make all this money? I know he ain't getting all them residuals off of that one song, Ice Ice Baby. I used to love that song. And it's an ice machine where I used to go get my bags of ice. Man, I used to just go get ice just to hear that song. When you put your money in the slot and it pushes out the ice at the bottom, it'll start playing Ice Ice Baby. Man, I used to just go get ice just to dance at the fucking machine after I get my ice. And I know people's like, what is wrong with this woman? I would get excited when that song came on. I used to love that song back in the day. But Vanilla Ice, he's gonna have to pay his wife a whole lot of money because somebody want a divorce. I don't know which one it is. And I don't know who did what, but he's got a whole lot of money he's gonna have to pay his wife. in the divorce. I don't know where he got all that money from, but he got it according to the report that I read. And I was thinking about somebody else, Octomom. Where in the heck is Octomom? You know, we used to see her all the time. Her and Kate plus eight. Where are those women at? Where are they at? I just think it's strange how we see all these people, then all of a sudden we don't see them anymore. Where is Octomom? Where is she at? Does anybody know where Octomom is? Man, oh man, we need an update on Octomom. So, in other news, in jail, what is she in jail for, Sheila? And where are the kids at? What is she in jail for? I hadn't heard about that. She is in jail. A stripper. Lily, please don't say. I know that she was saying that one of these porn places had given her a deal, well, proposition for a deal, but she said she wasn't gonna take it unless something happened that I don't know about. She's doing porn, spook. I thought she said she wasn't gonna do the porn. Lord have mercy. Sheila says she in jail for not reporting income to social services. Wow. No name said, y'all mean to tell that Octomom is a white hood rat? Wow, wow, wow. Well, speaking of jail, did y'all hear about a man named, I think his name Edmund Zagorski in Tennessee, some part of Tennessee? He was executed, and his last meal request, he wanted pickled pig knuckles and pigtails. Did y'all see that? I said, why would you want pickled pig knuckles and pigtails as your last meal? And then he's going to have to raise up on the other side of death and face God with swine on his breath. Do you think God is going how you think God going to deal with that? When he go to the other side and have to face judgment and raise up in front of God with swine on his breath? Lord have mercy. Somebody should have talked him out of that, right? But according to the report that I read yesterday, I know that's right. Chances are, I said, give me a steak. That's what I'm saying. A steak or a lobster. Some chicken wings. You know what I mean? The best of chicken wings. You know, the top grade chicken wings. What about some Popeyes? You know. Why would you ask for pickled pig knuckles and pigtails as your last request for a meal? Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. But anyway, according to the news report that I read yesterday, they said that inmates are typically allowed $20 towards their final meal. So what would y'all ask for y'all final meal? What would y'all want? I think I would ask, let's see, what would I ask for? I think I would want some chicken wings, drummies only, and some steak fries seasoned just lightly, and some fruit punch, just a little ice, large, please, and an apple pie. I think that's what I asked for. What would y'all ask for a last meal? Sheila said she wants some oxtails and peas and rice. No, that's Lily. Lily said she wants some oxtails, peas, and rice. Spook TV, what would you ask for a last meal? I want me some chicken wings. Chicken wings and steak fries, apple pie, and a fruit punch, just a little ice. I think that's what I asked for. 96th Day of Rage says he wasn't going to heaven. Satan don't care how your breath smell in hell. Well, 96th Day of Rage, we can't say where the man is going. We don't know. That's up to God. We don't know where the man is going. 96 damn Ray said he ain't going to heaven. Lord have mercy. Well, it killed two people in a drug deal back in the 80s. And it's amazing how they let them people sit on death row for 20 some years. And they said that he had changed his mind. He didn't want no last meal, but at the last minute, he did go ahead and get a last meal. And they said some of the inmates had pulled their money together to get him a pizza, but he didn't want him to do that. So some kind of way, he ended up getting the pig knuckles and the pigtails. Man, I wouldn't want no pig knuckles and pigtails. No, no, no. Pigtails. What does a pigtail taste like? I don't want to find out. A pigtail, I would think it just tastes like some grease in your mouth. Ain't no meat on the tail, is it? Ugh. I wouldn't want that's the tail is close to the booty hole. It's right there next to the booty. Where all the doo doo come out. And all the mud. It's been laying in all the mud, the tail. Oh, Lord have mercy. What y'all want a pigtail? What y'all want a pigtail? And a pig knuckle in your mouth. Spook TV said it's like a pig feet, but more fat. I wouldn't want a pig feet. It's some meat on the feet part, Spook TV. I wouldn't think it's some meat on the feet part. I certainly wouldn't want the man. It's been in all the mud, the doo doo, and everything. That's real nasty. The feet, even if you boil it and wash it real good with soap and detergent. Oh my God. I don't know. No name wants to know who cooks the last meal. I don't know who got that job. I wouldn't want that job. Would you? I wouldn't want that job to cook the last meal of somebody. I don't want that job. Oh no, 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 no. Do you think the people pray over their last meal? Do you think they pray? Man, but he wanted this man, Edmund Zagorski, I think his name is. He wanted to be in not I'm finna say electric wheelchair, electric chair, as opposed to lethal injection. Originally, um, he was meant to die by lethal injection on October 11th. However, he instead requested to be executed by electric chair because he said it was the lesser of two evils to avoid the unspeakable torture of death by lethal injection. I guess he got a point because if you get the lethal injection, you just feel it slowly coming into your veins, and it probably cut your breath off, and you just choking on your own breath, and you can feel it taking you out. Ooh, I don't know if I want that either. Lethal injection. It's just a slow torture. Ugh. But then the electric chair, you just frying the deal. I don't know which one I ooh, just knock the head off. Okay. Just somebody just knock you in the head. I think that's quick and easy. Just knock in the head. And man, oh man, which one would y'all want? I know this is crazy. This whole conversation is crazy. But which one would you want? Lethal injection or the electric chair? Ugh, I don't know if I want to get shocked to death. In an electric chair, just fried up. I don't know if I want that. Both of them are awful. Both of them are awful. But anyway, he had his last meal of pickled pig knuckles and pigtails. And man, I just wouldn't want to stand before God on the other side with swine on my bread. I don't know if God is going to deal with him more harsh for that by itself. And whew, it's so much going on. And In the vein of speaking about voting, a lot of states and cities, they have um a voice in that matter too. Voting for lethal injection, voting for the electric chair, voting for the term that people spend on death row and all of this and all that. So we got to get the right people in those positions. But I have never been in favor of killing people on death row and all of that. It's still murder. So it's really sort of like a contradiction, in my opinion. Okay, this man Edmund Zagorski, or even anybody else that's on death row for killing people, okay, you're going to kill him for killing somebody. So that makes you a murderer too. The person who pushes the button for the electric chair as well as lethal injection. You are a murderer too. You, the one that signs on the line for him to be killed, you are a murderer too. You are an accessory to murder. So that's a contradiction to me. You're going to kill this man for killing two other men. So this person who kills him by way of electric chair, they get a pass for killing him because it's a law that makes them okay to kill him. Do y'all see how messed up that is? In my opinion, that is so crazy. Ugh. Okay, no name says, but death penalty is in the Bible. Okay. Sheila says just poison my last meal. That's sort of gonna be the same thing as lethal injection, Sheila. If they poison your food, say for instance they put rat poison in your food, you still gonna have the same effect as lethal injection. You know, that's what I would think. What's wrong with it? Well, let's say I can't take you. What's wrong with it? What's happening? Oh my gosh, no names is asking, do they still do shooting, death, and penalty? I don't know that they ever did that. I never knew that they did shooting under the death penalty. When did they shoot some people? I don't remember them shooting people on death penalty. Spook TV says my grandma used to cook it with hog jaw, hog maw, pig feet, and pig tails all in one pot. Oh my gosh. I know a lot of people did do that, Spook TV. Man, I didn't want no part of that. I didn't want no part of that. Oh my gosh. So it was just like a pig stew. The hog maw, hog jaw, pig feet, pig tails, all in one pot. Wow. No name says, I'm wondering who cooks the last meal because somebody might ask for some chitlins. Ain't that the truth? Somebody gonna ask for some chitlins for that last meal. Oh my God. And you know they're not gonna clean them good. It's their last meal, so what is it gonna matter? What is it gonna matter? You know they're not gonna clean it good. Either way it go, they probably gonna put it on your plate any kind of way. Cause it's your last meal. They figure it don't even matter. It don't even matter. But I don't know who has that job of cooking the last meal. Oh my gosh. Spook TV says death by firing squad. They used to do it in the military for traitors in the U.S. So do they still have that, Spook TV? Do they still do it? Oh my God. 96 Day of Rage says the firing squad is still a practice of the military. I did not know that they still do that. I did not know that they ever did that. I have never heard of them doing that. Wow. Chances are, says, as of June, there were 1,143 blacks and 1,153 whites on death row. I didn't realize the numbers were so close. Wow. 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 Okay, Spook TV says it's not in America. The firing squad. So somebody said that they do have it in the military, and some people say there's Spook TV says it's not in America. I know I've never heard of it happening in America. So they do it outside of America, huh? Is it the U.S. military that does it outside of America? How do they do that? Oh my God, no name is asking, would y'all prefer lethal injection or being stoned to death like in Muslim country? Let me see. I don't know if I want somebody to hit me in my head with a rock till I die. Ooh. Oh my God, you know they're gonna have you handcuffed or have some rope around your hands where you can't fight back. Oh man, that's awful. Just hit you in the head with a rock till you die. Um. Oh my God. I don't know. I don't know, and I don't want the lethal injection. I don't know. I don't know, but I think the lethal injection is better than getting hit in the head with a rock till you die. Oh my God. And you know they're gonna have a real big old rock in their hand, just pounding your head, just pounding, pounding, pounding. Man, oh man. I don't know if I want that. Spook TV says in the early years of America they did it. Okay, so why did they stop Spook TV? Do you know why they stopped? Okay, 96 Day Ray says the U.S. military still executes by firing squad. I have never heard of that 96 Day Ray. So are you saying they do that in the United States? I have never heard of them doing that. Okay, Spook TV says they said it was inhumane. It really is inhumane. I agree, it is inhumane. It's very inhumane. So anyway, um, for those of you that are gonna vote today and tomorrow, I just hope that you pick the right candidate that you feel like is right to represent your jurisdiction. And I hope that the people who get elected tomorrow will be the best candidates that have the people's best interests at heart, and that, we can be on the road to progressing in America, because we really need it. We really need it across the board, right? We really need some help in this country. And, you can feel the climate, the pulse of the community out here in the streets. It's just a hateful climate, and people are just in need of change for the better. A lot of people are so bitter and disgruntled because we're not happy with the way that things are going, and we do need change in the political arena, because the political arena is what affects the community overall, you know. So I'm just hopeful that we'll get the right people in these seats and things will be better in the days ahead. So, you know, mm. And I think it's really awful what Donald Trump said as it relates to the caravan. A lot of y'all have heard about the caravan crossing the border. And that's the indication that people are running away from, you know, unfavorable circumstances. People are wanting some help all over the world. And it's really terrible that he is rejecting these people, in my opinion, who just want better living conditions, and they want to contribute to the economy of America, which is needed. And, in one sense, we cater to these people who are lazy and just want to sit up on social services and collect food stamps and smoke dope. But these people that want to come over here and help build up the economy, and they're not lazy, we turn them away. We wall around, and put boundaries between them. And I think that's wrong. These people are eager to work. They want to work. They want to help build up the economy. And I think it's wrong to say, well, if they throw rocks, we're going to treat that as a firearm. That's wrong to just shoot those people down like they're nothing and their lives don't matter. That's wrong. Why not sit at the table with their leaders and come to some certain terms and agreements to help both sides? You don't have to turn them away. You don't have to shoot them down for attempting to come here. Why not make provisions for them? And if you don't want them here permanently, give them a limited visa where they can work, and it's a win-win situation for both sides. They can help build up this economy as well as take money back and help their own economy back in their own country if they have to go back. But, you know, that's just my opinion. We have so many empty warehouses, empty churches, empty apartment buildings that are vacant. Why not let those people come over and give them some help to build up and revitalize these communities that have been abandoned? They could help to revitalize these abandoned communities. Maybe I'm just looking at it all wrong, but I don't know. I don't know. But something needs to be done. Hello, E. Waller. How are you today? No Name says, but giving them jobs takes away jobs from other people. No Name. Some of these other people don't want to work. They don't want to work. They say they want to work. That's just an excuse for them to sit around and smoke dope. No Name says there are too many American homeless people who need help. Yes, there are a lot of homeless people that need help. No Name. But there are so many opportunities if they want it. Granted, a lot of them don't qualify because addicted to drugs. They may be addicted to alcohol or whatever the case may be. But there are a lot of services available, but a lot of these services take a long time for these people to qualify and to get into a home. Something needs to be done about that part. And then you got a lot of these shelters, they will make these people pay per day, and then they can't be in the shelter at a certain time, or they make them get out. And they can only come in the shelters at a certain time. It's so much that needs to be done as far as that goes. But I don't feel like, okay, you ought to give top preference to American people just because they're American. A need is a need. And if the people are already over here, it's very inhumane to just turn them away and act like their life don't matter just because they so-called illegal. If truth be told, everybody over here is illegal. Everybody. And I'm so sick of people just trying to disregard these people because, you may have been born and raised here and this person hasn't. That don't make you no better than that person. Just because Western law done convince you and condition you to think that you better just because you got your social security card in your pocket and they don't. You got a driver license in your pocket and they don't. That doesn't matter. That's still a human being, and their life matter just like yours does. And if truth be told, and the history books are correct, everybody over here is illegal except these Native Americans. That's just my opinion, though. And I feel like they should be they should be helped too. They should be helped too. That's just my opinion. But how can you disregard this person just because they coming over here for a better life, and you say that this is one nation under God? Would God turn them away? Would God disregard their lives? Would God just not care about them? I don't think so. I don't think that's how God would regard those people's lives. Iwala. Iwala says their life matters, but come on, Carmen. Okay, what am I saying erroneous, Iwala? If you say that you're a Christian, you believe in God, and this is one nation under God, how do you think God is going to look at you for not caring about the lives of those people and turning them away and looking the other way when Donald Trump gives the okay to shoot them down like they're nothing? Huh? But anyway, that's just my opinion. And, everybody makes their own choices, and everybody has to deal with their choices as it relates to the choices that we make. And that's just the way that I see it. And, in this voting session today and tomorrow, it's very vital that we get people in office who care genuinely for people and the process of that affects America overall. And you know, it's so much more that I could say about that, but I'll stop right there. And just I'm just hopeful that the right people will be put in position, and we can go on and create a climate that allows my vote to matter, because I do want to participate in the voting process, but as it is right now, no, I opt out because I feel like my vote does not matter. Because when I look at my community and I see that so many of the lives of the people in my community, their lives don't matter, it's no way that my vote can matter, you know? And when I see so many people being, as I said before, selected as opposed to elected, I don't feel like my vote matters. So why should I waste my time? Why should I struggle to find a ride to the polls to cast my vote when all of these malicious things are gonna likely be done behind the scenes, as it has happened time and time and time before, to disenfranchise my vote? I don't feel confident right now in the voting process, and until the conditions are better, I just feel like I want to sit out on the sidelines until the process is better. And I'm just not confident in my vote mattering right now. I don't, but I don't want to influence anybody else's vote. Do what you have to do for yourself. Don't let me influence your vote, whether you vote or not. That's your choice and your decision. I'm just telling you how I feel about it. So, okay, Sheila says, don't feel that way. We have to stay proactive and hold them accountable once they get in. Okay. Okay, no name says, I'm still waiting for Trump to bring back jobs, real jobs, not part time gig jobs. And I'm so sick of seeing that these part time jobs. Man, you got to work about 10 part time jobs just to pay your bills, you know? And I'm so sick of that. I guess a lot of these companies are being forced to offer only part time because it's costing them more just to stay afloat and keep their business in operational capacity. I don't know. And maybe just to turn a piece of a profit, they can only offer part time. I'm seeing so many part time, part time, part time. Meanwhile, you got full time bills, right? So a lot of people have said, "Oh, he has brought the economy back, and he's got jobs. Where are the jobs? Where are they?" And I'm so sick of hearing people say that Donald Trump done brought all these jobs. Where are they at? Where are they at? I need a GPS just to find them. Okay. I spent almost most of last night applying for jobs on Indeed.com, and not one person has called me yet today. Ugh, where are the jobs? And that one job that I was gonna go to, they playing so many games. I'm so sick of these game playing people on these jobs. Lord have mercy. But anyway, where are the jobs that they keep on saying Donald Trump done brought? Where are they at? Are they under his wig? Are they in his pocket? Where are the jobs? Where are they? I don't see them. Ugh. But anyway, we need some politicians to help bring back the jobs. Donald Trump can't bring the jobs by himself. He can't do it all by himself. He got all this stuff on his plate. You know, that's where the politicians come into play. They can help bring the jobs. They can help stabilize the jobs. They can help get other benefits on the jobs. They can help unionize a lot of these jobs. Okay? So that's why it's a lot of the right people to get in these seats in politics. But I'm trying to be positive minded about this whole process. But it's a lot of crookedness in these political arenas, and that's the truth of the matter. And we just have to keep faith that they're going to do the right thing by the people. Um, Lord have mercy. Okay. I usually don't well, I try to um implement a practice of not engaging with trash here on my platform or otherwise. But just because I feel like it, I will. engage, and entertain a little bit of trash. So let's read what a little bit of trash has to say. Okay, talking shit about you, ho, says, tell the truth, Carmen. You are only concerned about the foreigners because you are married to a Mexican for him to get a green card. That is why he gives you money because you are so not in love with him. Um, talking shit about you, ho, honey. I have absolutely nothing to prove to you. Why, instead of being concerned about me and my husband and my feelings in that regard, why don't you find somebody who is desperate and doesn't have any more options who would marry you for just for the hell of having nothing else to do? Okay. And even if I was not married to my husband, I would still feel the same for foreigners. Me being married to a Mexican has absolutely nothing to do with how I feel about foreigners. I felt, for the record, I felt the same way about foreigners even before I even met my husband. For your information, not that I have anything to prove to you because I absolutely don't have anything to prove to you. And I think you're just jealous because I have a husband who gives me money just because he's in love with me. What? Don't be jealous of me, honey. And that is the incentive, not a green card, not a purple card, not a red card, not a black card, not a blue card, yellow or orange or green or blue or gray. Honey, okay? Will you please get your information and your facts straight? And stop worrying about me and worry about that condition that is probably awful between your legs. Okay? Me and my husband don't need you in our business because me and my husband's name is the only one on that marriage certificate. Okay? And it's nothing you can do about it but be jealous. 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 You jealous girl. You so jealous. And you're so pressed about something that has nothing to do with you. Yeah, I'm concerned about foreigners. And it's nothing that you can do about it. Meanwhile, you don't give a damn about nobody, probably but yourself, and you probably don't care about yourself. Ugh, but I digress. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Now, as I was saying, there's a jealous girl in my chat. Oh, baby. Don't be jealous, girl. Just be encouraged to find a husband of your own. There are so many jealous motherfuckers who are always worried and bothered about Carmen Kaboom's husband. Get you your own. Don't be jealous, jealous, jealous of mine. They're jealous because my husband gives me money. Meanwhile, they can't even find anybody to marry them, and the only ones that they can get can only give those little nothings, that they get hooked up with. They don't give them nothing but dick. Dirty, contaminated dicks. That's all that you can get. Dick and dope. That's all. Meanwhile, mine gives me cash and love. Unlimited cash and love. Don't be jealous of that. Be inspired. Okay. Be inspired. Be inspired. Okay. I always worried about my husband. Your name is not on the marriage certificate. Mine is, and his is, not yours. So stay out of our business. Okay, yes, you are jealous. Yes, you are jealous. Of course, you wouldn't admit it. Oh, talking shit about you, ho says. Girl, I am not jealous. I am at work, someplace you are not. It's probably the Dollar Tree. I don't envy you. You probably at a little minimum wage job. And if you're at your job, why aren't you working? Why are you on YouTube worrying about me? You can't have a very high quality job if you're on YouTube instead of working. You on YouTube worrying about karmic boom. What's your supervisor name so I can report you to your supervisor? You're stealing time. You're wasting time worrying about me and my husband instead of working for that company. And no, I'm not jealous of you having a job, bum bitch, because I'm busy trying to get my own business. Get you your own business instead of working for somebody else. Business. That's nothing for me to be jealous of. You working for somebody else, which makes you a motherfucking slave, bitch. You're not nothing to be envious of. Okay? You are an employee. My goals are to be an employer. We are two different people. We are not the same. Okay? Nobody implying that I'm jealous of you. You are nothing. You are a reject who is watching me and worried about me and my life, my husband. Why would I be jealous of you? And I bet you have no attractive features at all whatsoever. You're probably built like a bathtub in your body. Why would I be jealous of you? Why? You're watching me. I'm not watching you. You're on my page. I'm not on yours. Let's be clear. You don't have to sell yourself for a man. Because get one. And I bet you if you can get one, you can't keep one. Girl. Yes, you are pressed. You are pressed. You are bothered. You are balled up and you're mad. Yes, you are. Admit it. Admit it. But anyway, yes, Ewaller. Vote. Vote. Talking shit says I'm homeless, I'm careless. Uh uh Girl, what is this? I have a roof over my head. How am I homeless? How am I jealous? I don't even know you. You are nobody. You're nothing. You are a reject who is sitting behind a fake page watching me in my life. I don't even know you. I don't care about you. So, in that spirit, why don't I do us both a favor? I'll let you continue watching me and I'll just block you because you don't even matter, honey. You don't even matter. Okay. Yeah. And I'm not obligated to live my life by your terms and conditions. Okay. Goodbye. You're nobody. You're nothing and you mean nothing to me or my husband. Something that you'll probably never be able to say. Husband, my husband. I bet you'll never be able to say that, girl. But anyway, just enjoy being a calm dumpster. Okay? Look at the bright side. At least you don't have to wash their dirty underwear, honey. They just pump you and dump you and keep moving on. Okay? All right, goodbye. Next conversation. Let's get out and vote, 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 vote. Let's vote, everybody. Except for me. I'm not going to vote. But I do vote for that nobody to get off my. Just get off my page and get back in the garbage can. Just get off. I vote in that regard. But anyway, as it relates to our political process here in America, those of you that are interested in voting, go out and exercise your right to vote. But I, 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 I am just going to sit it out because I just don't have any confidence in this political arena right now. And I'm so tired of seeing so many people be selected as opposed to being elected. Okay. So until the conditions are improved, this is the way that it's going to be for me. I really enjoy participating in the voting process, but for right now, this is how I choose to exercise my vote. I'm just going to hold my vote. I'm going to withhold my vote. But I will, in the spirit of voting, I will, in spirit, be rooting for those people who I feel are good candidates for certain positions. So, those of you that are voting, I am rooting for you all to cast your vote for who you think will be the right candidate to help improve your community and our nation overall. So, yeah, even if we don't vote, there are so many ways that we can still participate in the voting process. We can go out and give rides to people who are interested in voting. We can take them to the voting precincts. We can give out literature concerning our candidates that we are rooting for. There's so many ways that we can participate in the process, even if we don't actually go out and vote. So, that's just how I feel about it. Ewala says, don't root, be there. Okay, Ewala. Ewala, have you voted yet? Have you voted? Sheila says, okay, I respect that. Maybe you will change your mind. Maybe. Maybe, Sheila. Maybe. Okay, 96 Day of Rage says, ain't a whole lot of candidates worthy of my support. There are a couple of locals, but no regional, state, or national candidates. Okay. Oh, you vote at every election, E. Weiler. Okay. So are you going to go and get some people who don't have a ride? Are you going to take them to vote? Are you going to give out rides to people? That would be a great idea also. Um, Sheila says I haven't heard Carmen go off in a minute. I try not to, Sheila. I try not to, and it felt good because I was making up for lost time. When I haven't been doing it. But I try to preserve my fire, honey. I try to preserve it because the older I get, I'm just not inclined to just waste time on these nothings. I just got other things to do. But every now and again, I feel like giving it to them like that. And it felt pretty good. It felt pretty good to give that nothing a little bit of that work. Yeah. Hello, White Tiger. How are you today? White Tiger says, when I voted, I felt the spirit of my grandmother, and it was special. It was a special moment standing in line with my mother. My vote will always count for moments like that. All right, White Tiger. All right, I felt that too, White Tiger. I felt it. All right. No Name says, and there is only one black conservative on YouTube who actually stands up to white supremacists and neo Nazis. The other ones act like they are scared or they make excuses. Okay. Oh, William says, sounds like it's all about you because you're not taking notice of anybody's comments. Look at William lying on me. Just lying, William. You know a lie don't care who tells it just as long as it gets told. William, I've been reading other people's comment all along, honey. You just came into the comment section. That's why you only speaking about what you see, honey. Ah, no, honey. I'm reading the comments. It's not all about me, honey. It's not. That's what you want it to be. That's the narrative that you want to project, William. Okay, No Name says, and I hate how black conservatives repeat white supremacist talking points about black people. I don't know why black conservatives always do this. I don't know either. No Name, I don't know either. William, there go William, worried about my husband. William, do you have a wife? Do you have a wife? Why are you concerned about what my husband is concerned about? William wants to know, are you sure your husband is still in love with you? Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. But that's his business, William, as well as mine. Regardless if he is or not, I still reap the benefits of being his wife. Okay? So that's all that matters. William. William. Do you have a wife? LOL. Do you have a wife, William? Stop worrying about me and my husband and get your wife. Okay? And make sure that you're not licking some other man's penis residue. That's what you need to make sure of, William. You need to make sure that you're the only one hitting that hole. Okay. Okay, William. Okay. Need to make sure of, William, that you're the only one penetrating that hole, honey, if you got a woman. Okay. And you qualified to get a wife if you don't have one. That's what you need to be worried about, William. Okay, William Bowes. That's what you need to be worried about. William. 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 That's what you need to be worried about. Okay. 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 Where's William at? I don't see you, William. Did I lose you, William? Where are you, William? Okay. Waller says she's going to take people to go vote if I can get my daughter's car. Okay, Waller. All right. Okay, 96 Del Rey says I voted early because I have to work election day. Okay, very good. I commend you. 96 Day of Rage. No Name says, why do blacks continue to vote Democrat and get nothing out of it? I don't know. I don't know, No Name. I guess it's just been conditioned into us. I don't know. I don't know. I can't speak for everybody that's black. I don't know. I guess because our mama did it, our grandmama did it, our granddaddy did it, our uncle, cousin, everybody did it. So they just told us to do it too. I guess that's why we do it. I don't know. I don't know why black people like to vote Democrat and get nothing out of it. I don't know. They could at least bring us a box of chicken or a gas card. You know. I don't know why we keep on doing it. I don't know. Ewaller says, I would love to ride voters to the polls, but I'm walking the couple of blocks I have to travel. And happily. Okay. Oh, Sheila says, because they equate Democrat with the best help for blacks, best representation, and they are programmed that way. Okay. That is something to think about. That is a possibility, Sheila. No Name says at Oh Sheila, so maybe blacks on our own politicians and create our own political party. Okay. No Name says is asking what y'all think about Hillary saying how blacks all look alike. I saw that. I did see that video. You know, when people show you who they are, just believe them. She's already said that blacks are. What did she say? Predators. Something about predators. The worst predators or something like that. I mean, if you listen at her, she tells you who she is and what she represents, what she's all about, what she's for and what she's against. So, but a lot of people in our community, they continue to love Hillary and love Bill. And they are the ones who have created laws that are most detrimental to the people in our community. That just shows you how so many people are easily brainwashed and conditioned. And I also saw a post where she said, I don't know if this was fake news or if she was kidding or what, but she said that she's considering running for president again in 2020. Why won't she go sit down somewhere? Oh, I'm so sick of Hillary. I am, you know. Here, there's somebody else that can run for president. Ugh. I thought she was gonna try to run for mayor of New York or something. Why won't she just give that dream up? Why won't she give up on that? I'm sick of it. I'm sick of looking at Hillary. That little smug face and that little blonde hairdo. Uh uh. Okay. Can we get somebody else? Please. Somebody. Somebody. Okay. Let's get Octomom. She needs a job. She needs to take care of her kids. She needs to get out of porn. Let's get anybody but a Hillary, please. Let's get who can we get? It's some kid fresh out of college. They got a lot of drive and ambition and dreams to build the country up. Let's get them. Somebody. Somebody other than Hillary. Okay. Hillary done had her run. It's time to go sit down somewhere, Hillary, and just be a consultant or analyst. Okay. Be a political consultant or a political analyst or a commentator. Am I the only one that's sick of Hillary running for president? Oh, give it up, girl, please. With that little broke down body and mouth, will she please go sit down somewhere, please? I'm sick of her. I don't want to see Michelle Obama running for president either, White Tiger, please. I'm sick of her and I'm sick of Hillary. Can we please recycle those two women? Please. Ugh. We got some other people. I'm pretty sure we do. I'm pretty sure we got some other people who we can, you know, we can do something with these other people. I just feel like we got some other people that need a chance. Let's give these other people a chance. We ain't even met them yet, but I'm pretty sure they'll be introducing themselves to us as time gets near. Probably next year. We're gonna have the next election in 2020. And I read somewhere that Donald Trump, he already done raised $100 million towards his political campaign for 2020, which means he's still inspired to stay in that White House. Oh boy. Which also means if we don't have anybody who can raise that amount of money or more and has a pretty good political speech, who can convince people, for a vote, a couple of votes, we might be looking at Donald Trump again for another term. OMG. Mm. So not only is it important that we support, these candidates with our mouth and our vote, but we have to finance them, support them financially, with their campaign, because that matters too. That matters too. So I'm pretty sure next year, which is right around the corner, we will be getting introduced to a lot of the people who are interested in running for president in 2020. I saw somebody else, I can't remember who that person is, who said that they were interested in running for president, but that's going to be a mess. Mess. OMG. Wow. But I'm going to set this one out. But in 2020, I might be inspired once again to vote, cast my vote. I might. We'll see. We'll see. But don't let my sitting out this time affect you. Don't let me influence you. Do what you have to do for yourself. You know what I mean? I can't even take Kanye West seriously. I can't. I can't. He's just a mess. Kanye West is just a mess. And can you imagine him in a debate, a political debate? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Mm. Can you imagine? No Name says Condoleezza should have run instead of Obama. She is much more qualified. I agree. Where is Condoleezza Rice, by the way? I don't know who else is running, Sheila, but I'm pretty sure we'll find out next year. I haven't seen Condoleezza Rice in a long time. Where is she at? And that other man that used to talk a lot, he was in the cabinet of George Bush. He was a military guy. I think he was interracial. He was very intelligent, full of knowledge concerning the government. What was his name? He was right alongside Condoleezza Rice. He wrote a book, I think. OMG, I cannot think of his name. I don't think he would make a good president, but he's very, very knowledgeable, very, very articulated. I forgot his name. Oh my gosh. But I think he was in George Bush, the son's cabinet. I can't remember his name though. But anyway, yes. Oh, Sheila says I heard Trump has raised about $120 million for the next presidential campaign for re-election, and that's a lot of money. That's a big war chest, a big one. So, that's going to be very important. The fact that he has all that, to work with, that's going to speak volumes all by itself. And that's going to be able to influence a lot of people. So, whoever runs against him, they got to come on with their A game, right? I don't know who it's going to be, but we shall see how that's going to be a circus all by itself. Man. Oh, oh, oh. No Name says George, Hillary and Klan leader Robert Beard were friends too. Wow. Yes, 96 Day of Rage. Hillary Clinton said that blacks were super predators. Yes, I remember she said that. Thank you. 96 Day of Rage says Hillary Clinton's cheating Sanders is how we got Trump. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I don't know who else is qualified to run against Trump, no name. I don't know. But we need some fresh, quality people on the panel. Yes, Sheila, I still have the troll anthem, the cry song. I still have it. Yes, no name. Thank you, Colin Powell. That's who I was trying to think of a while ago. The one I was trying to think of. He was side by side with Condoleezza Rice under George Bush, the son's cabinet. I haven't seen Colin Powell and Condoleezza Rice in a long time. Where are they? Where are they at? Now, I don't think I like Colin Powell, but I don't think he'd make a good president. But he's very knowledgeable about the government and everything. So I think he will be a very good asset to have nearby as far as getting consultation and analyzing things. He would be a very good person to have nearby for, the right person who wants to run for president. Yeah, I like Colin Powell. He handles himself so well, and he's so well spoken. I like him. Okay, 96 Day of Race says Colin Powell was the Secretary of State before Condoleezza chased him out of the job. I don't know if Bernie Sanders is a communist. No name. I don't know about that. You like the name Condoleezza? I think she wrote a book too, didn't she? And I hadn't heard any more about what's her name? The one that just wrote the book. What is her name? The one that just wrote the book about Donald Trump. I can't remember these people's names today. What is her name? What is her name? Omarosa. Thank you. No name. Thank you so much. I don't know why I can't think these people's name today. Yeah, Omarosa. I hadn't been seeing Omarosa. Oh my goodness. She wouldn't get any votes. I don't think she'd get any votes. If she run for president, no name. Please. 96 Del Rey says Sanders is a democratic socialist in the vein of Dr. MLK. Okay. But I haven't been seeing Omarosa lately. Where is Omarosa? She done got quiet and we don't hear much about her book anymore. Where is Omarosa? I'm kind of nervous for Omarosa. You know, she was getting those threats. So maybe she done got a gag order. You think she done got a gag order? I don't know what's going on with Omarosa. She done got quiet. She done got real quiet. Okay, guys, I'm gonna get off of here and take care of a little business. I have enjoyed talking with you all today. We've been on here for 2 hours and 30 minutes. And I could go even longer, but I'm not. And we will talk again real soon, God willing. And those of you that are going to vote, I am with you in spirit. And may you pick the most qualified candidate who you feel is most qualified. And may all of the winners be the right choice to help make America great again. So, we got to start somewhere. So, this is it. Today and tomorrow, casting your vote if you're going to vote, or if you want to just go take some people who don't have a ride, take them to the poll. That's a way to participate in the voting process as well. Pass out literature, call around, and campaign for the person that you are interested in getting voted in. There's so many ways to participate. So, yeah. Um, Thank you all very much, and you all have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.